Hello, this is Rich Kale here on YouTube. Rich Gen X elsewhere, Richard of the Classic Gamers Guild. And we are returning to New Orleans and the epic of Gabriel Knight.
Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
Now, we are heading to the residence of, Miss Moonbeam.
Welcome, Seeker. You must be the one Dr. John called me about.
I guess so. My name is...
Wait? Gabriel Knight?
You're too quick for me.
Of course, she gets the big chair.
Actually, Dr. John told me. You have come to the right place, Mr. Knight. Tell me how I can help.
Alright, well, let's talk to the young lady.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Of course, Seeker.
Alright.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
My practice is mainly selling charms and potions with magic power, such as Gris Gris and voodoo oils. You know, everything from unrequited love to wandering spouses to winning a lawsuit. But my spells and charms are powerful, and they work.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Why, that has nothing to do with me and my clientele. But I can tell you that you should stay as far from it as possible. There is badness there. Very bad.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
New Orleans is the center of voodoo practice in the United States.
And also the home of NCIS New Orleans. Great show.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes? You mean like my beloved Grimwald? She's a python, you know. Quite deadly in the wrong hands. I was trained by one of the great voodoo queens to learn how to hypnotize and handle snakes.
Interesting.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Oh, yes. She was the first of the great voodoo queens.
Have you ever heard the word Schottenjäger?
I don't know anything about that.
Kinda figured.
Tell me about yourself.
Yes? What would you like to hear?
Okay,
How'd you get into this business?
I trained in the voodoo arts for many years with the great Queen Tabitha.
Really? Who's she?
You have never heard of her? For shame! I can see you know little of the world of magic.
I'm beginning to get that impression, yes. What kind of people come to see you?
Seekers after the truth, such as yourself.
Okay.
Do you do anything else?
I am a voodoo yen, and that is plenty. It takes much spiritual effort.
How many voodoo yens are there?
No one knows exactly. Many practice in secret. There are probably hundreds. But of course the level and the power of the voodoo yens differ greatly, depending on their training and natural gifts.
Tell me anything at all.
I haven't always lived in New Orleans. I came here from Kansas as a young woman.
Okay.
Tell me anything at all.
I began studying voodoo more than 20 years ago. I am well versed in the magical art.
Alright.
I can't think of anything.
Very well.
About Grimwald.
What about her?
Where'd you get Grimwald?
She belonged to a traveling reptile show. She was being terribly mistreated, so I offered to buy her. She's named after a spirit guide I had once. The spirit Grimwald was a very powerful female snake priestess in Egyptian times.
Grimwald was sound Egyptian.
Yeah.
I only know what the spirits tell me. Monsieur, I am sure they know better than we.
How'd you learn to handle Grimwald?
I told you a great voodoo queen taught me. She learned from Marie Laveau herself.
Oh.
Fascinating. Would you consider giving me one of Grimwald's scales?
No, I wouldn't do that. You might be me wrong. No. One must be very careful with such things. Hair clippings, nail parings, and snake scales.
This is very true.
How about showing me how you handle Grimwald?
Really? You would like to see that?
That would be swell.
I won't make you waste your night. No matter what you see, do not be frightened.
I'll give you my best shot.
Well, she obviously knows how to handle a snake because she's careful.
Grabs the shed snake skin while Magenta is otherwise occupied.
Very nicely done. Very well done.
They are truly inspiring, isn't it?
That's certainly one word for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's
Can I ask you more questions?
Certainly.
Give me an example of a Gris Gris.
All right. Here's an old one. Take a lodestone and some brimstone to a crossroads at midnight. Light the brimstone with a match, and a spirit will come and give you advice in gambling.
Huh. Wonder if that's
Give me an
genuine.
example of a Gris Gris.
Here's an old hoodoo Dr. Gris Gris. Place a dime under your client's tongue, and if the client is under a spell of any kind, the dime will turn black.
Give me an example of a Gris Gris.
To send someone away, take a rotten egg and write that person's name on it 9 times. You can also write on it where you want to send that person to. Take it and throw it against his door at midnight.
Okay. Alright, now, let's see. Let me see.
Does this mean anything to you?
I can be of no help to you, Seeker.
Maybe I didn't show her the right item. Ah, that's it.
Do these symbols mean anything to you?
Ah, the voodoo code. It is very secret, yes. I studied it with my mentor, the great Queen Tabitha.
Really? Great. Can you tell me what it says?
Let's see. Well, some of it is nonsense, I'm afraid. Whoever wrote this wasn't very good.
Oh?
That's all right. Just tell me what it says.
It starts with a D and a J, and then... Okay, this part makes sense. It says, conclave tonight, bring... then there's more nonsense. FWETKASH. Well, that last bit might mean cash. Fresh cash? It doesn't make much sense.
That's okay, thanks. DJ Conclave. K-A-S-H. It's a start.
I'm happy I could help.
I've already got...
Well, now we have an, let's see if can I look at it now this on here?
It's Gabriel Sketch.
Alright. I think it's time to leave.
Well, I guess I'll be gone now.
The only vice is the absence of love.
I've heard that. Bye now.
Alright. I think it's time to go back to the police station. Guy's working on the thermostat. Interesting. Excuse me. See if I can go in to see Mosley. Let's see.
The door works.
Let's open the door. You gonna look, see if Mosley's in? Mosley's in.
Detective Mosley. Hard at work, I see.
Knight, come on in. Whew, it's hot in here.
No?
Dang, the air conditioning must be on the blink. Are you hot? Man, I'm hot.
Good! Now we can talk.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
What's the status on the Voodoo murders case?
It's going. Can't seem to make any progress, though. Sluggish damn case. It's weird.
Do you know anything about the patterns around the bodies?
Yeah, weird, huh? All 7 victims had those little marks around them. We got all the marks on file, but we haven't figured out what, if anything, they mean.
Can I see the other 6 patterns?
Sure. People like that kind of stuff, don't they? Might make the book seem more mysterious. Go talk to Officer Franks. Tell her I said you could see the file.
Okay.
How about getting me some coffee?
Coffee? You want coffee?
Should that surprise you?
Nah, you've always been a caffeine addict. It's just that what we got here hardly qualifies.
So, I'm desperate.
It's your stomach. I'll get you some when we're done talking.
That long?
All right, I'll go now. Don't touch anything while I'm gone.
Of course not. I'm not going to touch anything. I'll just touch the badge. That's not anything, it's something.
I think I'll just borrow this badge.
Hey, what are you doing with my coat?
Nothing. I thought I saw something crawling on it.
Just drink this.
Alright.
Thanks. Tons. I mean it.
Alright, I'm gonna now go talk to Frank.
It's not the suit.
I'm gonna go talk to Frank, so I'll be right back. Okay.
Can I ask you a few questions, ma'am?
I'm sorry, sir, but I really have to finish these reports.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
Can you get a file for me?
What file would that be?
The Voodoo murders file? Detective Mosley said I could see it.
Really? Well, if he said so. There it is. You can look at it all you want, but don't leave this area with it, okay? And no photocopies either, I'm afraid.
Of course. I understand completely.
Alright, well, let's see. Do I have it to look at, or...
It's the official police file. The folder is marked with the warning, not to leave the police station.
Uh-huh.
The police... Gabriel would...
I told you.
Well,
Right.
The door...
Don't leave the room with that file, please.
fine. I'll put it back here
I'm
for
done.
right now.
Yeah, thanks.
Alright. We need to get those pictures. And so, there's only one way to do it.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
And that's to get the lady away from there.
I got those photographs you left for me.
So you said. Did you think of any other shots for the book?
A cop author photo might be nice.
You and me? Together?
Nope.
Why not? Of course, you'll have to try to tone down your masculinity.
Well, okay. Now I'll call the police photographer. Franks, come here a minute, would you? And bring your camera.
What did you need, Detective Mosley?
We need a picture, please. And make it a good one, huh, sweetheart?
Oh boy.
Sure, sweetheart.
Oh boy. She's not happy about it.
Say, chintzy.
Was there anything else, Knight?
Hold on a sec while I go check my hair.
Good God, Knight, make it fast.
Of course I'll make it fast. My hair is missing some photocopies. And some gel.
Let me see that file again. Just want to check this machine here.
Well, it's a nice machine. See, does it work? Now we'll just put that back. Now we have photocopies. Yay! That works.
The door.
Okay.
Would you just get in here?
Fixed my hair.
Hurry up, would you?
Okay, ready.
Thanks, hon. Let me know when you got it developed. The photos, that is.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. I think that's all we need to do for right now. Alright. See you later, mostly.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Later, Knight.
Now, let's see. Let's go to the Gady residence. No, I don't want that. That's not gonna help me. That's
Those
gonna...
two... Gabriel Knight. Gabriel...
Knock, knock, knock. Avon calling.
May I help you? I'd like to see Malia Getty, please. I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment or official business, I cannot announce you.
Ah.
I do have official business. Really? Please tell me the nature of your business.
Okay.
Gabriel doesn't want...
My name is Detective Mosley. I'm here on police business.
Mhm.
Really? How interesting. Wait here. I'll inform Miss Giddy.
Gabriel Knight deals with Wadsworth the butler.
Miss Giddy will see you. Right this way. Miss Giddy will be down shortly.
Thank you.
He does look a little bit like Wadsworth the butler from Clue. Something tells me this is just going to be a smooth cutscene, or just going to be, Miss Giddy.
What can I do for you, Detective?
Well, let's see how this plays out. Ah, very good. Well, let's, talk, see if we can ask.
Mind if I ask you a few questions, Miss Giddy?
I assume that's what you're here for, Detective.
Okay, we're not gonna flirt, but I'm gonna talk to her about certain things, so,
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? Why would you want to know about that, Detective? It's rather silly, isn't it?
There's nothing silly about the voodoo murders.
But that voodoo is faked. That's what I've read in the papers.
That's what the papers say, all right.
But you're not convinced?
no.
No, frankly, I'm not. The police department isn't known for its imagination.
Oh. Well, I can see that your imagination is considerable.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
The murders? Only what I read in the papers.
And what do you read in the papers?
I'm sure you know much more about it than I, Detective.
I think she's on to me. I could try and go through all these, but I think, I'm just gonna...
Can you tell me anything about what happened out at the lake?
I wish I could, but I've never seen or heard anything unusual at the lake, and I do spend quite a bit of time out there.
Okay.
Tell me about your life in New Orleans.
The Getty family came to New Orleans in 1800. We worked very hard to get where we are. On the other hand, we've done a lot for this community.
I can believe that. You're doing a lot for me right now.
Okay.
Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm afraid I quite abhor them.
Let's try
Do
Marie
you know
Laveau.
anything about Marie Laveau?
I have heard of her, of course, but that's about it.
Let's see,
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with that, Detective.
Alright, well, let's go with herself.
Tell me about yourself.
I suppose I don't really have a choice. What do you want to know, Detective?
Alright.
What kind of things interest you?
I don't have a lot of free time, but I do appreciate the arts. Opera, symphony, ballet, fine art. If you look around, you'll see that we collect African art, for example.
Yes, it's very beautiful.
It is, Detective. It means a great deal to me.
Do you have a career?
A career? Being the head of the Getty family is a 24-hour-a-day job. We have many holdings and many responsibilities, financial and otherwise.
Okay.
The management of our business affairs and properties leaves me with time for little else.
Poor little rich girl?
Believe it or not, Detective, wealth does have its price.
Tell me about your family.
The Gettys? We're a very private family.
How many people are there in your family?
Well, my mother just passed away.
I am sorry.
Yeah.
So am I. She was a magnificent woman. We were very close. I was an only child.
And your father?
I never knew him.
It's hard to believe that any man would leave a woman like you. Or like your mother must have been.
He did not leave, Detective. But that's really none of your concern.
I'm sorry. Go on.
There are, of course, other Gettys in the city. I have a large, extended family.
I see. Do you have
Husband?
a
Boyfriend?
boyfriend?
I'm very independent, Detective. The women in my family have always preferred it that way.
Very well.
So, you've never been married.
No, and I never will be.
What about children?
Yes, that is likely. Someday.
Okay.
I wouldn't know where to begin.
As you wish, Detective.
Okay.
Can you tell me anything about...
I wish I could.
Do I want to take the chance? Yeah, I'll do it.
Excuse me, but your eyes are really distracting. I don't think I've ever seen a color quite like that. Brownish gold. It's so deep and rich.
I can bottle that. I can make
Man, if I could bottle that, I'd make a fortune.
Thank you, Detective. That's an interesting observation, though probably not relevant to your case.
Very true.
A good detective never knows what might be relevant, Miss Getty.
Then you must be truly exceptional at your job. I think this has gone on long enough. You're not really a detective, are you?
Who, me? Well, I am on this case, Miss Getty.
Yeah.
I saw you at the lake yesterday. I thought you must be with the police since you were there, but you don't act like a police officer. Besides, I'm rather certain that the other man said his name was Mosley.
All right, you caught me. I'm not with the police. My name is Gabriel Knight. I'm a writer working with Detective Mosley on a book.
Well, Mr. Knight, now that we've established who you are, perhaps you can tell me the real reason you're here.
Well, I am researching the book, and I thought you might have seen or heard something at the lake.
I don't like liars, Mr. Knight.
Okay, you're right. I really just wanted to see you again. You can be mad at me if you want, but I swear I've never done anything like this before.
Mr. Knight, you've lied about your identity and wasted my time with meaningless questions. If it weren't vaguely flattering, I'd really be angry. You're lucky I don't call the real police. I think you should go, Mr. Knight.
Exactly.
Malia, wait. If you just give me a chance.
I've wasted enough time. I'll have Robert show you out. Robert? Show Mr. Knight out, please.
I most certainly will. Thank you very much. I had a lovely time. Shit.
Alright. Well, that sort of went as one could. Alright, now let's go back to Jackson Square. There's a Dixieland band, there's a kid. Let's see, let's go this way. And then we got a juggler and a painter. Interesting. have to wait for something here. Well, you know what? What we're going to do is we're going to save the game here. And we will pick this up next time here. Let's see. Day 2 at Jackson Square. And if you've been enjoying these playthroughs, please, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Check out some of the other ones I've done. I've played a few games on here, which have included Torrance Passage and Shivers, and Lighthouse, The Dark Bee. I have some other game series that I'm working my way through, and other games I'm working my way through. So until next time, I ask you to enjoy, have fun, and take care. This is Rich Kale. Rich Gen X, Richard of the Classic Gamers Guild. Bye-bye.